Hello students, welcome to the IMS GATE Academy. So first of all, please let me know both video audio are clear or not, so that we are good to go with that. So please anyone please confirm, and please share the session link. Please share the session link with the student and with your friends, so that they also get a benefit of the session that we are currently conducting here. All right, so say hi, so that I come to another. How many of you are live here? Okay. So as you know that uh, we had we had started the new course in our IMS GATE Academy YouTube channel, that is a foundation course, and we are come up with the initiative so that we can cover all the basics of the respective subjects. All right, so what are the subjects that are very important for the GATE exam, or rather I should say which are important for this subject as well as according to the streams. All right, so we are going to cover all the things in a detailed manner, in a minute manner, which are required for each and every kind of questions. All right, so I hope you all are attending the our YouTube series and also enjoying the YouTube series, which is the foundation batch. And all, I think okay, good afternoon Vipin. So we have already started the initiative with the network theory, which was discussed by the Gopal Rao sir, and I want each and every student to please attend his lecture. Definitely you will going to learn a lot from his experience. All right, so we have one of the best experienced faculty, that is a Gopal Rao sir. So I request all of the students to at least attend his lecture. All right, say, and before going ahead, please like the video, like the session, and also share the session link with your friend, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon, so that you will going to instantly notify whenever we are coming up with the live session. All right, so we have a playlist according to the faculties, according to the subjects. Amit Goyal, good afternoon Amit. So we have a respective playlist with respect to the faculty, so that you should not go worried about where we should find the particular topic like that. So because of that, we have created a playlist, and whenever you find any difficulty in any sort of topic, you can directly come to our YouTube channel, and definitely you will watch and enjoy the lectures. All right, so before going ahead, Thirumala Reddy, good afternoon Thirumala. So before going ahead, let me introduce myself. I am a Nikhil Gaurav, and I am taking care of the electrical machine, control system, and the measurement. So basically, as you see behind my back, we have a subject which is known as an electrical machine. So how many of you are from the electrical stream and also from the iron stream? Because in 2021 the GATE has introduced the new subject for the iron, that is an electrical machine. So how many of you are from the EE and iron? Please let me know. All right, so I know most of the students find difficulty, means if I talk about the all subjects in the academic, definitely for EE and iron, or basically I should say for the EE student, the electrical machine is a kind of a challenging and a very difficult subject, along with the power system and the power electronics. But on comparison of these three, the electrical machine is very challenging, means the what the student think. I am talking with respect to their perspective. So the electrical machine, the student find a very challenging, very difficult, and also one of the most complex subject, not only with respect to the GATE exam, also with respect to the university exams. But my dear friend, I make sure that if you attend the lecture from the lecture 1 to the last lecture, you will going to take a most of advantage or utmost advantage of this lecture. All right, so as you know that the foundation series is basically related to the basics of all the subject, and therefore we will going to deal each and every aspect of the basics of the electrical machines. All right, so the electrical machine will going to be have a lecture like on and around more than a 6 to 7 lecture. Definitely I will going to cover each and every context of the electrical machine, but in terms of lecture I should say that we have a more than 6 lecture in the electrical machine, and we will be going to cover all topics in these lectures. All right, so please let me know what a kind of a topic that you feel very challenging in the electrical machine. Anyone? I know some of you have already covered the electrical machine, which is basics of the electrical machine in the first year. I hope all of you have studied. So just give me an idea, means what you know about the electrical machines. Anyone? All right. So let me put up the question in a different way. Why do you feel the electrical machine so complex or so difficult? Why do you feel the electrical machine so difficult and so complex? Is there any particular reason? Yes. The one of the reason for the electrical machine to make it a challenging is that its syllabus. All right, its syllabus. Why, sir? The electrical machine is a subject, definitely is a subject, but under this we have a 4 chapter, and each chapter itself taking a minimum of 30 to 40 hours. And what are those chapters? Anyone? What are those 4 chapters? First one, transformer. Second one, DC machine. Third one, synchronous machine. And the fourth one is, yes, please come up, please come up. The fourth one is induction machine. Yes. So these 4 chapters, individual chapter will take like around 30 to 40 hours minimum. I'm talking about the minimum. Now in overall it takes like 160 hours minimum. So assume that where the control system, where the measurement, the analog, which are hardly taking like 60, 70, 80 hours, and our electrical machine is taking 160 hours, which is minimum. So because of the number of topics that we are having, because of the number of theorems that we are having, because of the number of laws that we are having in the electrical machine, because of such sort of things, we have a very challenging and a very important, I rather should say, important chapter that a subject that it becomes an electrical machine. All right. So as I told you that we have a lot of things that we are going to cover in the electrical machine, and I have given a glimpse of that, which is a laws, which is a theorem and a rule, and so on and so forth. All right. So we will going to cover all these things, but not in this lecture. From the next lecture, that is a lecture 2, in that we will going to start with all this. All right. So what we are going to do in the lecture 1, means in the today's session, basically we are going to introduce the electrical machine. What is electrical machine? Why we are using the electrical machine? What are the advantage of electrical machine? And if I talk about with respect to the GATE exam, what are the syllabus? What are the topics? What are the chapters? And what are the important areas that we are going to cover in the electrical machine? Am I clear, everybody? Shall we start? All right. So electrical machine that we are going to cover, I make sure that you will going to get most of the advantage in your academic level as well. All right. So basics of the electrical machine, is basically you will going to you have already studied in the first year, means in the semester 1, in the semester 2 as well. So those who are new to the engineering, definitely they will going to enjoy a lot also. And those who have already studied the electrical machine, I make sure that they will going to learn a more better or far better than what you have already studied. All right, so let us start with the electrical, means the basic intro about the electrical machine. All right, so in this we will going to Mehtab Sabreen. Okay, hi Mehtab. So in this we will going to discuss some points which is points of discussion over here. So strictly I am talking about the GATE exam. All right, means basically the today's lecture will be more lenient towards the GATE exam, means how we will going to focus the electrical machine for the GATE exam, in which direction we should go. Our electrical means we should take care of the electrical machine for the GATE exam. All right, so in this particular session I will going to discuss all those things. Done. So the points of discussion that we are going to be follow here is the first one, which is all of you are knowing. First one is syllabus. All right, so Mehtaj, you are from which stream? You are from EEIN. All right, so the syllabus that we are going to be discuss over here is basically we will going to discuss in a detailed manner because in the past year we have seen a question from the topic itself. All right, from the topic means if you have a general idea about the syllabus, then we have one questions in the past years from the syllabus itself. All right, so the first we will going to discuss about the syllabus, and the second one we will going to discuss about the weightage. All right, about the weightage. Now as you know that the electrical machine is a part of both the stream, that is EE and IN. So individually I will going to discuss about the weightage and also the important topics with respect to each stream. All right, and the third one is the thing that you are eagerly waiting for, is strategies. All right, strategy. So what kind of approach we should going to be taken care of while studying the electrical machine, means basically a strategy. And if you follow the correct strategy, na my dear friend, you will going to learn the electrical machine, or you will going to understand the electrical machine in more easy manner. And if you going to attend my whole lecture, then definitely I am 100% sure that the question that we are having in the GATE exam from the electrical machine, you will going to crack each and every questions. All right, so the strategy I will going to discuss in a separate manner. All right, so these are point to discussion over which I am going to write here basically. All right, so one by one we will going to discuss later on. All right, and the fourth one is the significance of the electrical machine. Significance of the electrical machines. Done. So basically these are our points of discussion which we will going to see one by one. All right, so shall we start? Shall we start? All right, so in this I will going to categorize our chapters one by one. All right, so first I will going to discuss about the introduction of the electrical machine. All right. So what we are going to study in the introduction part? Basically, uh, these are the points which are mostly covered under the engineering services. All right, ESC exam, or also you can say for the administrative exam as well. All right. In the introductory part, whatever questions or the whatever concept or the content that I am going to be deliver over here, that are not very important with respect to the GATE exam, because here we are going to deal with the construction kind of thing. Means what should a kind of winding, or what kind of material we should take to form the winding or to form the core. Like I hope you have seen the transformer. All right, definitely some of you have seen outside your home or substation. Definitely, if you are from the electrical stream, then definitely in the coming year you will going to visit some of the power station. All right, because you will definitely going to have the projects, and in that you will going to visit any one of the power substation. All right, so in that substation you will be going to see the transformer. All right, so the transformer is basically the outer coverage. If you have seen, the outer coverage of the transformer is basically made up of aluminum. All right, so why they have made the outer coverage with the aluminum, why not with the other material? Those all kind of thing we are going to cover under this introductory part. All right, and let me give you one more example, means the glimpse that what we are again going to be discuss here. I hope you are aware about the windings. All right, if not, in the fan you have a kind of motor there. All right, and in that we have a small, a thin wire which is the in the shape of wounding, or like a number of turns we are going to be have. So what kind of material that we have used to make this kind of winding? Anyone? You have also seen in the small type of transformer. Also in your water cooler you have seen the conventional water cooler that we are used to have. All right, as we know that to for the working of the electrical machine we require the electrical current, and the electrical current can only flow in the conductor. So basically the conductor that we are going to be use, what kind of conductor we are going to be what kind of material that we are going to be use. All right, सचिन, यूपीएससी इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज के सब्जेक्ट भी पढ़ाओ। सचिन, ये जो टॉपिक जो मैं डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ ना, ये पूरा आपको इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज जो कि बेसिकली यूपीएससी का ही है, तो ये सब टॉपिक्स पूरे उसके अंडर पे आ जाएंगे। ऑलराइट, बट मेक श्योर दैट you will attend all the lectures from the lecture 1 to the last lecture, then only you will going to get at most advantage of our initiative. All right, so before that please let me know what kind of material that we have used for the flow of the electric current, and definitely I am 100% sure that all of you have seen in your at your home what kind of material that we are using so that the electrical current can flow through that material. What kind of material that we are oftenly using? So that is copper. That is copper. So we will going to discuss under this introduction part. All right. And what about other things? Yes, the other thing is that the magnetic circuit and the per unit system, all those things we will going to be discussed, but as of now let me write the overview only. One by one we will going to discuss in detail. Okay, now the second one is the transformer. The second one is transformer. Can anyone please let me know what is transformer? What do you understand by the name transformer? Anyone? All right, and the third one is the DC machine alright. So where you have seen the DC machine, any practical example of the DC machine? Any practical example means where you have seen the electrical machine, any practical example? Fourth one, synchronous machine. All right, what do you mean by synchronous machine? What do you mean by synchronous machine? Synchronous machine is basically what? A kind of machine which converts the mechanical energy into electrical and vice versa. The DC machine also doing the same thing. It is converting the electrical energy to the mechanical and vice versa. Then what is the difference between these two? And the fifth one, which is the last one, is induction machine. Okay, so all these things we will going to cover. Means these are the overview, means whatever things are the basics which is required for all types of machine, we will going to be discussed in this particular initiative. Okay, my friend, any doubt? Neha Mishra in traction load. I hope you are saying about the DC machine. All right. So going ahead, these are the 5 chapters that we are going to be study in this. Yes, excellent, Neha, excellent. Yes, in the traction types of load, we are we have using the DC machine over the past decades. All right, but please let me know what are the specific difference between all these three: the DC machine, the synchronous machine, and the induction machine. What are the basic difference? All right, so these are the overviews and what are the basics which are required to study all such machines. Over here, we will going to be discussed in this initiative. All right, or you can say the foundation course. So let us directly enter into the books that you will going to be follow for, means if you want to take some other help, if you want to make the understand the thing in more better way also, means suppose you are not able to getting any kind of topic or any kind of thing from this lecture, then definitely you will take some kind of help with the book which is named as Electrical Machine by P.S. Bhimra. Electrical Machinery by P.S. Bhimra, which is a very good book for starting the electrical machine. Neha Mishra, Principle of Operation and Construction. Sir, okay. Yeah, somewhat correct. Excellent, Neha. So, I think you have a good concept with respect to the electrical machine. So, you are from which stream? EEIN. So, this is one book, and the second book is the Generalized Theory by P.S. Bhimra. Theory by P.S. Bhimra. So, these two books are the important books. If you want to refer, you can refer these two books. But when I studied the means when I started studying the electrical machine, I follow this book, Electrical Machinery by P.S. Bhimra. Means the language that he has used is very simple and can be easily understandable by the Indian student, you can say. All right. So Neha Mr. Double E sir, and I will give IN paper as well. Excellent, Neha. Excellent. So for a double E stream, let me give the weightage, and I hope if you have, if you are aware about the GATE exam, then definitely you are come to know, means you are knowing about the weightage of the electrical machine. All right. So if I talk about the weightage here, for double E, it will be around like 10 to 15 marks. Such an high weightage. Such an high weightage. All right. So if you are from double E and if you know each and every aspect of the electrical machine, definitely you will going to get all the marks. All right. And let me give you one hidden thing about the GATE. All right. So hidden thing is that means one of the important criteria which makes the difference between the ordinary aspirant with the GATE topper. All right. So most of the student used to cover the easy subjects like network theory, like control set. I am not saying that you should not study all those easy subjects. I am not saying in that manner. The control system, the what to say, the network, and all the subject which can be easily understandable. All right, those are hovering around only the mathematical kind of thing will makes the will make those subjects very easy. All right, now on comparable to that, I am talking on comparable to that, the electrical machine becomes very difficult. All right. So the mostly the ordinary aspirant or a normal or a mediocre student used to study only those easy subjects, and the electrical machine power system they usually used to left off. All right. So if you study the electrical machine power system, then definitely you are one of those students who are going to be under the 50 rank. All right. So this is a misconception is that if you're going to study like in electrical you have a 10 subjects, like if you're going to study only means if you are going to appear to the GATE exam only by studying the 5 subjects, 6 subject which is easy one, then almost 80% of the janta are doing the same, isn't it? So we should be like that, we should be more focused, or we should be in such a situation that we should be out of all those the ordinary student. All right, then only we are going to be crack the all India rank under 50, or rather I should say all India rank 1. So we should do some different thing, so that we should be different with respect to the average student. All right. So Gopal Rao, good afternoon, Gopal. Now, if I talk about the IN stream, for IN, it varies from 1 marks to 5 marks. So why there is so difference? Gopal Rao, sir, I like your teaching. Sir, I am eager to listen basics of electrical machine. Thank you, Gopal Rao, for such a kind word, and such kind of word keeps the faculty as a motivating factor, means such kind of words work as a motivating factor for the faculty. All right, so definitely Gopal Rao, we will going to see the basics of electrical machine, but not in this session. We will going to discuss in the next lecture. All right, basically in the lecture 2. All right, now why is so difference in terms of marks? The difference is that in the electrical machine, for the double E stream, we have all the 4 chapters like transformer, just a second, transformer, DC, synchronous and the induction. All 4 chapters that we are having for 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 double E stream. But in IN stream, we have only 2 chapters. What is that? Transformer and the last one, induction. So because of the absence of the 2 chapters here, we are having the less number in the electrical machine when it is compared with the double E. Alright, but do not think in that manner, sir. We have a less number, so let us skip this chapter. No, each and every marks in the GATE exam, not even only in the GATE exam, in any exam, even your semester exam is very important. All right, the difference of 1 marks, can decide your life. All right, suppose the passing marks is 33 out of 100. Suppose the passing marks is 33 and you got 32 marks. How you feel? Definitely you will feel bad. What if you score a passing marks 33? Then definitely you will feel somewhat better than the failed, isn't it? So the difference of 1 marks is very, very critical. So we should not think any subject in terms of marks. Rather, we should study every subject in terms of the learning. All right, means what we are going to be learn in this subject, how we will going to utilize this subject in a practical scenario. All right, so think in that manner, then only each and every subject will become easy. All right, so these are the weightage with respect to the GATE exam. Now let me introduce one more book which you are going to be follow. All right, but that book is not the theoretical book, the theory book that I have given over here. The book that usually the student are looking is the number of question at one place. Number of question as one place. And also what if the question have their levels, like a easy question at one place, the medium level of question at one place, and high level of question at one place. All right, not the jumbled one, because the jumbled one will makes the thing very challenging for the student, isn't it? So we, the IMS GATE Academy have come up with one book which is known as exercise book. All right, we have a book over here. Exercise book by IMS GATE Academy. All right, now what is the USP of this exercise book of the IMS GATE Academy? The USP is that we have, with respect to every chapter, we have questions like a maximum of 60 question in each and every chapter, and each chapter have their level, like level 1, level 2 and level 3. Level 1 question have 20 question, level 2 20 question, level 3 20 question. So overall 60 question. So it is always recommended that whenever you are starting any subject, you should discuss or you should practice only the easy question first. Once you get some command, you will move on to the level 2, and next to the once you master the subjects, then you will move on to the level 3. So in such a way we have made our exercise book, and definitely if you enroll for our GATE courses, you will going to have not only for the electrical machine, whatever subjects that you are having in your stream, you will going to be provided with all the exercise books. All right, and if you practice all the question, no one can will going to stop to getting all India rank 1. I guarantee you, if you practice each and every question from here now, you will going to get all India rank 1. All right, so let us move ahead and we'll discuss with the chapter 1. Okay, before that, just a second. Let me add a page here, that is basics of electrical machine. Basics of electrical machines. So basically, what are the things that we are going to be cover in this foundation course? I will going to write one by one. All right. So the first thing we will going to be study is the electrical material. Electrical material. All right. So as the name says that the material which is used to carry the electrical current. So that is electrical material here itself. The second one, magnetic material. Magnetic material. Third one, basics of EMT. Basics of EMT. What do you mean basics of EMT? In the electromagnetic theory, EMT, the laws that we have, Biot-Savart's laws, Ampere law, the rules that we are having in the electrical, in the EMT, those I will going to be take up here. All right, not all the things of the EMT, but the things which are important. The things which are important for the electrical machine, I will going to take up. Like I told you, I will going to discuss about the Biot-Savart's law and the Ampere's law. All right. Next, per unit systems. Per unit system. The per unit system is again a very important chapter of the power system. Okay, but we will going to discuss, or we will going to take the advantage of the per unit system in the transformer question. All right, so we will discuss each and everything in the per unit system in detail. Fifth one is the magnetic circuit. Now, as in this first point, electrical material means what? The material which is used to carry the electrical current. And what about magnetic circuit here? What do you mean magnetic circuit? What do you mean by electrical circuit? The electrical circuit is basically the component RLC along with the dependent and independent sources makes the make the circuit as electrical circuit. Now, what about magnetic circuits? In the electrical circuit, the flow of the power is through the current. All right, whereas in the magnetic circuit, the flow of energy, not the power. Basically in the magnetic circuit, the thing that is going to be transferred is the energy. All right, so how we will going to convert the practical circuit in the magnetic circuit? All right, this we will going to discuss in again more detailed manner. The sixth one is the laws of electrical machine, which is very important. Laws of electromagnetism. Any laws you know? You have studied in the EMT, also in the electrical machine in the first year. Any laws that you remember? Electromagnetism, which is very important. If you are able to understand this law, Any kind of machine you will take up, you will going to be easily understand that. Next is the seventh point, which are the type of EMFs. What is EMF? EMF is electromotive force. Now, what do you mean by type here? The EMF are categorized in two ways. First one, statically induced EMF, and the second one, dynamically induced EMF. So, statically induced EMF means what? Statically means static. So, whenever the machine, or not, I should not say the machine, whenever a thing which is static or not moving and EMF is inducing in that, then that EMF is known as statically induced EMF. And whenever the machine is rotating, then in that rotation part, EMF that is going to be induced is known as dynamically induced EMF. Dynamically means active, moving. Because of that, because of such a concept, the EMF is named as dynamically induced EMF. All right. Let me come to the next point here, that is the eighth one. Okay, so eighth one is the torques in rotating machine. Torques in rotating machines. All right, again, this is one of the important aspects, or what to say, a torque, one of the important things without which no rotating machine can work. All right, so we will going to see in detail. The next one is concept of electrical, let me write here, the concept of electrical angle, which is theta E, theta suffix E, and mechanical angle. Mechanical angle, which is represented by theta M. What is the difference between electrical angle and mechanical angle? Anyone? Why we have two types of angle here? And the last one is the three-phase and two-phase. Three-phase and two-phase rotating magnetic field. Okay, so for the proper production of the torque, the rotating field means the magnetic field has to be rotated. But how it is rotating? What makes the field to rotate? We will going to see one by one and in detail. So basically these all things we will going to discuss in the foundation course. All right. Now let me give you a glimpse of the IMS GATE Academy. Means if you're going to enroll in our GATE courses, along with this you will going to take up more than this. And what is that? Transformer. Under this, the what thing the student learn from us when they have enrolled or when they will going to enroll for the GATE course. So in the transformer they will going to be discuss, or we will going to discuss, is the construction and parts of transformer. All right, so what are the construction, what are the parts that we are having in the transformer? We will going to we discuss all those things in our online and offline classes. All right, second one is the induced EMF and current. Induced EMF, sorry, not EMFs, induced EMF and current in an ideal transformer. In an ideal transformer. Third one is the winding resistance and leakage reactance. Winding resistance and leakage reactance. Okay, so what do you mean by winding resistance? A winding which is carrying the source current, or the winding which is carrying the load current, is known as the winding. All right, which is known as the winding as a primary or as a secondary. And as we know that no winding or no wire are ideal. It has its resistance. So the winding which is having its own resistance is winding resistance. In the same way, the proper transfer of the flux, the proper transfer of the energy will have a flux, and there are certain situations in which the 100% of flux is not going to be transferred from one side to another side. So the reduction in that flux is represented in terms of leakage reactance, so that we can analyze the magnetic quantity in terms of their electrical quantity. All right, so those reduction in the magnetic flux, which, because magnetic flux is what? Magnetic quantity. So it is not easy to analyze the thing in the magnetic circuit. All right, so because of that we have converted the magnetic circuit into the electrical circuit with their equivalent representation. All right, so this is the leakage reactance. Next one, equivalent circuit. Means the transformer equivalent circuit, which is basically an electrical circuit. Fifth one, phasor diagram, which is very, very important criteria, not only for the GATE exam, also for the interview perspective. Phasor diagram. Sixth one, testing of a transformer. A transformer can also be written in a short manner. X, this is not X man, X means transform here. X means transform. So transformer. Done. So what are the type of testing that we are having in the transformer? Short circuit test, open circuit test, polarity test, Sumner test, and so on and so forth. Seventh one, losses in a transformer. Okay, what are the losses that we are going to be having in the transformer? Since we have a winding resistance now, so this resistance will give you the loss, which is known as a heating loss. All right, which is known as an heating loss. Done. So there are other various kind of losses that we are having in the transformer. So those things are the discussion. So means those things we are discussing in our GATE courses. Eighth one is the efficiency, which is again very important. Ninth one is the voltage regulation. Again, this is very important with respect to GATE exam. Voltage regulation. Okay, let me highlight the important points. The important topics. Testing of the transformer is important. Losses in transformer is important. Again, efficiency is important, and voltage regulation. All right. So we are not here ended. All right. So we are left with, just a second, let me delete this page. All right. So we have covered voltage regulation till voltage regulation. The 10th one is the magnetically coupled circuit. Magnetically coupled circuit. The magnetically coupled circuit is before the past 3 years, this topic was not important. But in the last 3 years, what we have seen, we have a question from the magnetically coupled circuit. All right, means how we can analyze the transformer in the magnetical circuit manner. All right, so those things we are discussed in our GATE courses. All right, so again, this is a very challenging and the important topic concerning to the GATE syllabus. The 11th one is the 3-winding transformer. 3-winding transformer. Now let me make you clear that this is not a 3-phase transformer. This is the 3-winding transformer in which in the core, like see in the transformer, the transformer is look like this. The transformer look like this. So we have one portion, second portion, third portion, and fourth portion. So in one portion we apply a source, and in the other 3 portion we will going to connect a load. All right. So remove this load. So we are having only 3 windings. In first one we will connect a source. In the other 2 will connect a load. So 3 windings we have. So 3-winding transformer. All right. Next is 12th one, auto transformer. Auto transformer. Next one is 3-phase transformer. What do you understand by single phase and 3-phase transformer? What is the difference between single phase transformer and the 3-phase transformer? What are the disadvantages of the single phase transformer? Anyone? 14th. Parallel operation. Parallel operation of transformers. And the last one is the harmonics. Harmonics in transformers. So this all things we discussed in detail. This all things we are discussed in detail in our classes. All right. So those who want to learn each and every thing in the sorry from the chapter that is transformer, uh, you can enroll in our GATE courses, and definitely I'll make sure that you will going to master this all topics. All right. Now let us move ahead with the next chapter, that is a DC machine. Now under this we will going to first discuss about the construction. All right. So under the construction, again we have the categories. The categories is like this. Okay, one second. Yeah, 3 winding. Let me write the important point here. Okay, important here is the parallel operation. Means the number of questions are not frequent, but this question is this topic is very important among all these topics. All right, so let us move ahead with the chapter that is DC machine. So construction, under the construction, just a second. Under the construction we have 3 categories. First one, field windings. Second one, armature winding. Armature winding, and this armature winding is further categorized into 4 category. Just a second. So what are those? The first one is the single layer winding. Single layer winding. Next one, double layer winding. Next one, simplex winding. And the last one, multiplex winding. Okay, so these are the category of armature winding in which we can frame the armature winding. All right, so let us come to the construction part. All right, so after that we have a armature reaction. Armature reaction, which is very important. This topic is very important in the DC machine. And the last one is the compensating winding. Okay, so these are the construction of the DC machine. All right. Second topic under this is working principle. Working principle means what principle that DC machine have for its working. Okay. Third one is the EMF equation. Fourth one, torque equation. Fifth one, types of DC machine. Types of DC machine. Like you have heard from your senior, like the shunt winding machine, series winding machine, compounding machine, and differentially compounding machine, and so on and so forth. So all these are what? The types of the DC machine, and according to the advantages, according to the disadvantages, we are using the following DC machines. All right. So these are the fifth one. The sixth one is that characteristics, one of the important criteria for any machine. Characteristics. Characteristics of DC generator and DC motor. Seventh one is the starting of DC motor. Starting of DC motor. Eighth one, speed control. Speed control of DC motor or generator. Motor or generator? DC motor. Then now let me talk about the important topic with respect to GATE exam. First one, EMF equation. Then speed control here. Speed control is important, and the only these two topics are important in this slide. All right. Let me come to the next slide. So we have covered almost 8th point. The 9th one is the testing of DC machine. Testing of a DC machine. 10th one, parallel operation of DC generator. 11th one, efficiency and the last one is power flow diagram. Power flow diagram. Okay, so these are all the topics that we are discussing in our online and offline courses. Let us move on to the next chapter, that is synchronous machine. All right. So under this synchronous machine, the topics that we are discussing in our classes is the first, construction. Okay, construction of stator and rotor. Second one, EMF equations, or you can say EMF. All right. So EMF are one of the important parameter in the synchronous machine. All right. So without the EMF equation, we cannot imagine our synchronous machine. Whatever concept that we are having in the synchronous machine is with respect to the EMF. All right. What is EMF? EMF is electromotive force. Let me write more clearly. Third one, torques production. Torques production. Fourth one, voltage drop. Okay, so voltage drop is basically in the synchronous machine is due to three factors. So the first factor under this is the armature resistance. Okay, armature resistance. Second one, armature leakage reactance. Leakage reactance. And the last one, armature reaction. Okay, armature resistance is represented as R suffix A, R suffix A. Armature leakage reactance capital X, AL. A for armature, L for leakage, and capital X for reactance. Okay, and armature. Okay, done. So XAR. Reactance due to armature reaction. Let us move on to the fifth point, that is harmonics. Sixth one is the equivalent circuit. Equivalent circuit. Okay, let me talk about the important topics here. All right. So this is important, the equivalent circuit. If you know the equivalent circuit of each and every, okay, this is not visible. Just a second, just a second. Okay. Wait a second, let me shift here. Okay, so this is the chapter 1. Okay, chapter 2. The second one is working principle. 7th, 8th. Just a second, let me reduce the size of it. Now it is visible. Okay. So we have completed till 6th point. Okay, the 7th one, let me write here. The 7th one is the voltage regulation. Voltage regulation. 8th one is the methods to determine voltage regulation. So this is VR. Okay, so what is voltage regulation? The drop in voltage when we transfer power from one end to another end. 9th one, efficiency. 10th one, losses 11th one, power angle equation. Power angle equation. Next one, power flow diagram, again very important, power flow diagram. 13th, salient pole machine. Salient pole machine. 14th one, synchronous motor. Synchronous motor. 15th one, starting of synchronous motor. What do you mean by starting of synchronous motor? Synchronous motor is not a self-starting motor. It requires some means to start the synchronous motor. So, what are those methods? Those were discussed here. All right. 16th one is the power factor correction. Power factor correction. What do you mean by power factor? What do you mean by power factor? Let us come to the last chapter, that is chapter 4, which is induction machine. Now, under this, the first point is the construction. Second point, working of IM induction, in a short, induction machine, and inverted induction machine. Next one, EMF current and phasor equation. EMF current and power equation. Power equation. Fourth one, losses and efficiency. Losses and efficiency. All right. So, in the chapter 3rd, let me mark the important topic. So, in the the important topic here is that power angle equation, efficiency, losses, and this voltage regulation. All right. So, these topics are important under the synchronous machine. Let us see in the induction machine. All right. So, fourth one was losses and efficiency. Fifth one is the torques equations. Sixth one, torque slip characteristics. And this topic is very, very important in electrical machines. Under the induction machine, if I talk about which topics are important, this is the topic that you were looking for. If you understand this torque slip characteristic, now you can solve any question of the induction machine. All things are hovering around this topic. Let us move on to the 7th point, that is starting of induction machine. Starting of induction machine or induction motor. It is better to say induction motor. What do you mean by starting of induction motor? Means how to start induction motor? No. Induction motor is a self-starting motor, unlike your synchronous motor. So what do you mean by starting here? At the time of starting of the induction motor, the current is very high, like 1000 ampere. I am talking about the example, means I have taken only example here. 1000 ampere could be the current at the time of starting. So such amount of high current will damage your winding which is carrying the current. So at the starting we should limit those such high current, and the topic therefore named as starting of induction motor. Eighth point. Okay, let me talk about the important points here. These topics are with respect to gate problems, gate questions. Eighth one, speed control. Speed control of induction motor. This is not machine, this is induction motor. Ninth one, braking of induction motor. 10th one. Oh, all right. What do you mean by braking of induction motor? Means we need to break the induction motor. Is it like that? No. Braking means if the induction motor has started, now how we will going to stop that? Is basically braking of induction motor. 10th one, induction generator. Eleventh one, this induction generator is not at all important with respect to the gate exam. Whatever question that we have is only from the induction motor. So if you want to be more focused with respect to the gate exam, then you should be going only for the induction motor. All right. 11th one, testing of induction motor. Testing of induction motor. 12th one, cogging and crawling. So this is the phenomena, basically a drawback in the induction machine, where this affects the induction machine to not work properly. All right, so this is the demerit or a disadvantage phenomena that we should be avoid in any kind of scenario. All right, in any situation we should avoid this. 13th is the double cage rotor. Double cage rotor. 14th, single phase transformer, sorry, single phase induction motor. Single phase induction motor. Okay, next one, which is 15th, is double field revolving theory. Double field revolving theory. And the last one is the starting of induction, starting of single phase induction motor. Starting of single phase induction motor. So with all these topics from chapter 1 to chapter 2 to chapter 3 to chapter 4 will makes the completion of your electrical machine syllabus. Okay, so I hope you have gone through all the topics, and let me mark the important topic here. Speed control, that is, sorry. Again, important topic, and in that, what are the topic that we have important here? Okay, so this one. Only the tick marked here means whatever the topic that I have marked as an in terms of their ticks are very important. If you are gone through all these topics, the topics that I have ticked here, then definitely you will going to fetch at least 10 marks out of the 15, at least 10 marks. But if you want to secure all 15 marks, then you will have to attend all the topics once you will going to enroll in our GATE courses. Alright, so with this we have completed all the introductory of the electrical machine. From the next lecture we will going to start the electrical material. Alright, so you can find the date and timing. The date and the timing, definitely the timing will be like 1 to 2:30 p.m. So for the sake of clarity, you can check the playlist and the schedule. Whatever timing that has been mentioned in the playlist, you please come on time, and definitely we will going to have a good session and an energetic session. All right. So this is the one picture that I have taken here, and anybody please let me know what type of device this is. What type of device is this? This is a transformer. Okay. Now I have one question for you. Why the synchronous, DC and induction are known as machine? Why not the transformer? You have never heard the transformer as a machine, but the other three has named as an machine. Why is it so? Why transformer? Why transformer is not named as machine? So the solution or the answer for this part we will going to see in the next lecture. But as of now, please do some research on that. What could be the probable reason, and we will see the exact reason for that on the tomorrow's lecture. All right. So please do some research and come up with some answer. All right. So let us move ahead with the next part. This is another one kind of machine. And what is that? What is this? Question mark. Please do some research and come up with the answer on tomorrow. Again, the next one. Which machine is this? Which machine is this? Please come up with the answer tomorrow. And the last one is this one. Again, I will reveal the answer on tomorrow, but as of now, please do some googling and try to find out the correct machine over here, and we'll see the correct answer of the machine on tomorrow's session. All right, so hope you have enjoyed this session and hope you have liked the session. And please, if you have liked, then please push the like button and also do subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well, so that whenever I come up in a live session, you will instantly going to be notified. All right, so bye bye and take a very good care of your health.